choose your hard. In perimenopause and menopause, living well is tough, and a one and done answer is not out there. Up in the middle of the night looking for supplements, trying to make you feel better.
On social media, and social media makes everything black and white, and it's not. It's shades of gray, especially when it comes to the nuance of medicine and medical management of patients. So be careful about getting caught in that web of this is the one thing, the one quick fix that's going to fix all your symptoms, because it just doesn't exist.
Right.
Welcome to This is Menopause, where together we explore the marvelous and, yes, sometimes treacherous journey of menopause and that mysterious detour perimenopause. We're here to rewrite these chapters to change her story.
It really takes a holistic approach. There's so many things that go into to aging well. So don't fall into a trap that there's a one and done simple fix.
There's never one and done anything, but especially with this.
Right.
You've got to change the way you think. You've got to choose your hard every day, and then you've got to stay consistent with it. So let's talk a little bit about kind of the change of the mentality about, seeing your GYN provider once a year, and then talking about your menopausal or perimenopausal symptoms. So
right. So many women, I think that their annual exam is the right time to go address them.
Or the only time. They think you have to wait until that to address them.
Exactly. And it is not the right time to do it. Your annual exam has very specific things that we have to achieve. And diving into the troubleshooting and nuances of perimenopausal and menopausal symptoms and options is not the time to do it.
No.
So going in, an annual exam is an important thing to do, but expect that an additional appointment will have to be scheduled to dive into those details. And then appointments will have to be scheduled after that.
Oh, absolutely. It takes, there's no one, even when it comes to medical management, there's no one fix that works for the majority of the population. It's all about coming back, following up, let's see what's better, what's not, and that deserves its own time.
Yes.
And so at a wellness visit, not only will insurance not pay for anything that's not considered wellness, you don't want to overlook something or miss something that should have its own time, its own appointment
Right.
to
Like
gather the information.
Mammogram fall through the cracks because we're so focused on talking about hot flashes.
Yeah, because we're not talking about wellness.
Right.
Now we've gone into the other
And
compartment, so to
mammograms are
speak.
super important, but hot flashes and quality of life are super important too, and they deserve their own time. I think that's a really frustrating thing for many women, and we want to coach that.
Yes,
Schedule
mindset, yeah.
Schedule problem visits, and we don't have a crystal ball to know what's going to work and what's not going to work. It is a trial and error process of 2 steps forward and a step back. That information is what we discuss at problem visits and follow-up visits, and that even learning what doesn't work is valuable information for us to move forward and continue evolving with a plan.
Absolutely, and I also think too that I learned things about my patients that I didn't know at the last visit that may be affecting the way they think or feel. And so there's like stuff that you uncover during these multiple visits when you're trying to troubleshoot and figure out, okay, how can I help her feel her best, live her best life, live long and live well. And there's always, it's like peeling an onion. It's like therapy almost. And so you can't just go one time and say, okay, either your labs look like this, or we're going to do this, and you're going to be fine, see you next year. It just doesn't work that way.
Even for gynecologists who, like we have been really advocating hormone replacement and taking care of perimenopausal and menopausal women our entire careers. Those subtleties are things that it takes us time to see, much less maybe providers who don't have as much experience.
Oh, right.
It doesn't mean that they won't be able to, but it's going to take time.
Yeah, can you imagine the poor primary care doctors that are so overworked right now, and then trying to help somebody that is in that position that...
Peeling back the onion quickly.
You can't peel an onion at a wellness visit.
They can't meet that expectation, so that's an unreasonable expectation that's just going to make everybody frustrated. Yeah. So when we think about living well, aging well through perimenopause and menopause, one of the biggest factors is actually movement. Moving your body is more important than all of these supplements that TikTok is talking about and Instagram is talking about. So
That probably aren't going to work.
right.
Yeah.
And they may help with sleep. I mean,
There's some things that they
there
can
are
help
some
with, but they're
things
not going to fix the whole issue.
It
No.
literally is getting up day after day, despite
Consistently.
the fact that your joints ache and your muscles are sore, going back in for that workout. And I mean, we are living it.
Oh, absolutely.
Day after day. We just had a wonderful weekend and went to a wine festival. And today we got to get up and hit the ground with focusing on nutrition and sleep, exercise, the things that we know are a huge part of health for us.
Yeah, because I missed my workout this morning, so now I've got to figure out when I can do it this afternoon because I
Yeah.
missed it because we drove back this morning to come to work. So consistency is key. You got to move your body, and I tell patients at least 5 to 6 days a week. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not just, I have patients say, well, I walk 2 or 3 days a week, but that's just, it's not enough.
And 2 to 3 days a week when we were in our 20s, well,
That might have worked, but it won't work now.
It's not working in perimenopause and menopause anymore.
And then the mindset about nutrition and what to eat and all those things are so important. And you've got to change the way you think about how you eat, because when patients say, well, I haven't done anything different, my body looks different, I'm like, you have to do something different. You can't
Yes.
just keep doing what you've been doing.
Exactly.
It won't work.
Your body architecture will change. When you think, I love the adage, choose your hard, because yes, it is hard to continue to move when you're aching, but it's also hard to to realize that you're not capable physically of things that you want to do.
And you certainly won't be 20 years from now
Bingo.
if you live that long.
It's going to
Or
be
25.
hard if we have these goals for ourselves in retirement with our grandkids and wanting to fly across the country to a wedding and we can't pick up our suitcase.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard.
And that will
So,
happen.
It will
It will happen with an aging
So
body.
we have to choose our hard now.
Right now.
I saw a quote that I thought was fantastic. It said, if you don't make time for exercise, you should probably make time for illness.
Bam. Yeah.
So movement is the most important variable when it comes to longevity.
And the longevity doctors will tell you that. The ones that are legitimate, they will tell you that is the one thing that you can do to live well as you age is to move your body.
Yes.
Don't stop moving.
And move it in various ways.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you have a marathon runner who's been running marathons their whole life, that's actually not enough.
Right.
And their risk of osteoporosis is going to be significant. We need to move our body for cardio.
For muscles and strength.
So muscle training, as well as flexibility and balance.
Stretching.
All of that goes into play. Our ligaments and tendons get more friable and prone to injury and tearing as we get older. Our balance is
That's
off.
a big one.
So
Balance is a big one.
we fall and break a hip and end up in a wheelchair, which changes the trajectory of our life. So movement is key, and
Consistent movement.
Also, a big piece is the culture of people around you. Having women around you that support your goals of health and wellness is huge.
Huge.
There was a study started in the 30s at Harvard, and it was done in men because most studies in the last century were. And that study runs to this day, and it shows that the biggest indicator at age 50 of longevity and health and happiness at 80, the biggest indicator at 50 was satisfaction with relationships.
I believe
So
it too.
healthy relationships help us to live better. Prioritize things like sleep and limiting excesses like alcohol and exercising, coaching one another. I mean, we coach each other all the time.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
like, go work
go.
out. I know you may
She tried to get out of it one day, and I was like, no, girl,
No,
you gotta go.
go.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
Gotta go.
And that's a huge part of us staying healthy.
Yeah, so surround yourself with the right people. I think even this weekend I said something about show me your future, I'll show you your friends, or show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yeah.
Talking about youngsters and or certain generations of people, and I think it just is more and more important as we age to surround ourselves, just like you said, with the people that can encourage us and push us to be our best selves. Accountability is so important.
Yes, it is. So follow along on Instagram as well as YouTube for us. We have Facebook as well. And we have an upcoming coaching series and webinar about thriving in perimenopause and menopause.
So if you want to get on that wait list for that, we'll at the time this is published, we'll have some information about how to do that too.
You can be